Hello everyone, welcome back to FPL STAR. Today I gonna discuss about weekly transfer plan for game week 11. So before starting, if you are new in this channel, please subscribe this channel for FPL content throughout the season. Now let's start. In this video, I have divided game week 11 transfer into 5 categories. They are essential, differential, sailed, hold and ignore. Essential are those kind of player which have got very high ownership, and this kind of player is essential for your team because if you don't have them they will hurt your rank. On the other hand, differential are those kind of player which have got very low ownership but they can help you to get the rank boost. Sale on the other hand are those kind of player are not performing now and you need to sell this kind of player. Hold is the player are not performing now but I think that they have got great future ahead and that's why you should hold them. Ignore is the player are not performing now and you should not go for them and you should ignore this kind of player for game week 11 team. Now move on to our first essential player for game week 11. It's Erling Haaland, and if you look at his last match performance, he scored 2 goals and also provide 1 assist. He is in great form, and his next fixture is Bournemouth home. So I think that's why you should go for Erling Haaland because a lot of FPL manager gonna captain him in this game week, and if you don't have him, he will hurt your rank. Now move on to the second essential player for game week 11 and it's Muhammad Salah. He's in amazing form. In last 5 match he got 50 points, scoring 6 goals and also provide 10 point per match. So he's in great form. You need to go for him and he will play against Luton in next game week and it's an easy fixture for Salah because Luton are a very bad defensive team. So I'm expecting good return from Salah and he's also a very good captaincy shout for game week 11. And if you look at his expected goal per 90 is 0.83 and expected assist per 90 is 0.38, which is higher than Erling Haaland. So I think Salah is a very good pick for game week 3, game week 11, and that's why you should go for Salah. Now move on to the first differential player for game week 11 and it's Hitchin from Wolves. Wolves are playing very well football. They are scoring goal and in last 5 match if you look at Hitchin performance he got 30 points scoring 3 goal and also provide 1 assist, and if you look at his expected goal per 90 is 0.55, but there is a concerning thing about Hitchin that Neto is now injured so might be less ball for Hitchen, but I still think that he will score goal because if you look at his next fixture, it's Sheffield United away, and Sheffield United are not a very good defensive team, so I'm expecting good return from Hitchen in game week 11, and that's why he can be a very good differential player. Just 5.5 million midfielder, 3.1% ownership, so I think he's a very good pick for game week 11. Now move on to the second differential player, and it's Wilson. As now Isak is ruled out for Newcastle for a few weeks, so I think Wilson can be a very good player for you. In game week 11, he will play Arsenal home match, but it's a hard match. But I still think that Wilson can give you return because he's a very good player. And also other thing about Wilson, when he's in the field, he score goal. And if you look at his last 4 matches, his expected goal per 90 is 1.70, but he was rotated with Isak, so that's why his underlying data are not looking so good because in last 4 matches he got 26 points, scoring 4 goal. As now Isak is injured, so I think that Wilson will score a lot of point, and you need them in game week 11. And now move on to the first sale player for game week 11 and is Isak. As I already tell that Isak is out for a few weeks, so I think you should sell Isak because there are a lot of forward option right now. Watkins, Wilson, Alvarez, other option, very good option also. So you need to sell Isak from your team. Now move on to the second sale for game week 11 and it's Sterling. And if you look at his fixture in next three, it's Tottenham away, Manchester City home, and Newcastle away. These three teams are very good defensive team, and also Sterling is not a very good player for Chelsea. He's the best player for Chelsea, but if you look at the Chelsea's performance, it's not well. So I think you need to sell Sterling from your team. And if you look at his expected goal per 90 is 0.27, which is very poor for a midfielder like 6.9 million value. So you need to sell Sterling from your team. Now move on to the first whole player for game week 11, and it's Mitoma from Brighton. In the last match he was blank, but I think that he will be a very good player in near future because he will play Everton away in game week 11. Everton are not a very good defensive team, and also in game week 12 he has got Sheffield United home match and then Nottingham Forest away match, and I think it will improve Mitoma's form, and he's the most exciting player for Brighton. Brighton scoring a lot of goal in last few weeks. They have got hard fixes, so that's why Mitoma's performance is not up to the mark. But as now fixer is swing for Brighton, I think he will get the attacking return as usual. Now move on to the second whole player for game week 11, and it's Alvarez. I know after this game week Manchester City has got tricky run of fixture than Chelsea away, Liverpool home, and Tottenham home match. But if you look at in game week 11, they have got Bournemouth home, and I'm expecting Alvarez to start this match. But there is obviously Pep Guardiola. There might be rotation, but I still think that Alvarez will start against Bournemouth home match, and it's a very nice fixture. So you don't need to sell Alvarez in game week 11. So you should hold him. If you look at his last five matches, his point is not up to the mark, just 22 points. But as his fixture for game week 11 is so good, so you need to hold him. Now move on to the first ignore player for game week 11. It's Nikita. As now Gabriel Jesus will is injured, Nikita will play in the attacking forward position, and he's the main striker for Arsenal. But previously, when Gabriel Jesus was injured, there is a rotation for Nikita and Trossard, so it might obviously happen now. And also there is Havertz. So that's why I think Nikita has got some minute risk as well. In last match, he scored hat-trick, but I don't think it will happen in every match. If you look at his expected goal per 90 is 0.49, which is not giving that thing that he will score hat-trick in every match. So I don't think it will happen. So that's why I think you should ignore Nikita for game week 11. In game week 12, you might buy him because it's a Burnley home match, so you can go for a punt. But in game week 11 against not Newcastle, I am not thinking that Nikita will score goal because Newcastle had got two very good defensive player like Lascelles and Fabian Schär. So I don't think Nikita will score. So that's why you should ignore. Now move on to the second ignore player for game week 11, and it's Szoboszlai from Liverpool. A lot of FPL manager buying Szoboszlai, but I have not got no brainer. If you want to go for Liverpool attacker, go for Salah, Darwin Nunes, Diaz, or Jota or Gakpo. Why you are going for Szoboszlai? He will be a sure starter for Liverpool. I know, but I don't think he will get the attacking return in last few match as well, because if you look at his last few match, he got 23 point and provide 3 assists, but I don't think it will happen in near future. So you need to ignore Szoboszlai because he's a very good defensive minded midfielder. Sometimes he creates chance, but I think it's very rare. And if you look at his expected goal per 90 is 0.06, which is not good, so you should ignore him. Now I will summarize them all. The essential category player is Erling Haaland and Salah, and the differential player for game week 11 is Hitchen and Wilson. If you have Isak and Sterling in your team, you need to sell this kind of player right now, and you should hold Mitoma and Alvarez, and you should ignore Nikita and Szoboszlai for game week 11. And that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please like this video, and if you are new in this channel, obviously subscribe this channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. Good luck for your team.